Hello and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat. We're here for round 9 of the WSL season to give some predictions for all of this game week's matches. It's been a good season so far and we've got the big game Arsenal versus Chelsea coming in this predictions. But first, let's start in chronological order with the Saturday, the morning kickoff, Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Should be a good game. City last time out with a big 7-0 victory over Tottenham. That was quite the surprise. Tottenham were very poor in that game. Aston Villa as well with a big victory against Everton. So both sides come into this game in good spirits, in good form. City, you would say, are the favourites given Villa's relative performance this season, but could you see Villa pulling off an upset, or are City just too far clear at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we said that City would take momentum from the Tottenham game, from the United game. We have had an international break in between, but I don't think that would have taken the wind out of their sails too much. They've looked really good. Villa, blimey, they drop points everywhere they go. I will go for a City win. I will go 3-0 Manchester City. A goal from Khadija Shaw, a goal from Lauren Hemp, and a first goal of the season for Chloe Kelly.
Oh, fair enough.
No, second goal of the season.
I was going to say, I think it might be third.
Third.
She scored in the Arsenal and the Chelsea games, I believe. But yeah, she hasn't had as many as Shaw, as Hemp, as Rord, as even Laura Coombs has. So yeah, it could be good for her to get on the score sheet. I think for me, given the fact City are at home as well, that's really important for this because City have had a lot better form at the Joey Stadium, whereas on the road they've had a little bit of troubles this season. I think in this game they will have it quite comfortable as well. Villa haven't been great this season, but I do think Villa will get some goals. So I will go Manchester City 5, Aston Villa 2, and I will say that it'll be City goals from, I'm going to go, just trying to think of who's suspended and stuff, but I will say Jill Ward with 2. She's been really, really crucial for them this season. I think Khadija Shaw will be on the score sheet again. She'll get the 3rd. Then it'll be Villa through Pacheco and then Kirsty Hansen. And then Manchester City will have another 2 later on through substitute Laura Coombs. Involved in 2 goals against Tottenham. 2 goals for her against Tottenham. I think she'll come off the bench and score here. And then I will say Alexandri as well, not really known for being involved in the goals, often getting assists and stuff, delivering balls for Khadija Shaw, not often amongst the goals though, but I think she will bag in a 5-2 victory here. On to the Sunday then, the big fixture, Arsenal versus Chelsea. We are live for it right here on this YouTube channel, so do not go anywhere for that Sunday game, but right here. Should be a good run. Will be, of course, be a little bit biased towards Chelsea, but we will remain neutral throughout. So don't worry if you're an Arsenal fan. We're not going to be sat here chanting Chelsea songs unless we're 10-0 up, in which case you might want to click off at that point. But going to be a good game. Hopefully you guys can join us for the stream. I'm very excited for it. I know Harry is as well. And I think it's going to be a great time, so do not miss it. But as for a prediction for the game then, Harry, what we're thinking, Chelsea top of the league, Arsenal just behind them, 3 points is the gap. Can Chelsea extend it to 6? Will Arsenal go level? What do you think?
I mean, as you said, this is an absolute cracker of a game, and that 3-point gap is big because if Chelsea win this game, could we say the WSL title is in their hands already? If Arsenal win it, we've probably got a brilliant title fight on. It could be decided today because if Chelsea go 6 points clear, I don't see them dropping 6 points. I think that's how it's going to go. I'm going to go for a Chelsea win. I will go for a very slim Chelsea win, 2-1 to the Blues. I think Arsenal will take the lead through Alessia Russo, but it's going to be a bit of a slow first half for Chelsea. But I think a big half-time tilt from Emma Hayes to overturn the scoreline, get 2 in the second half, 1 from Sam Kerr, and a winner from Fran Kirby.
I love it. Absolutely love the prediction. I will go 2-0 Chelsea goals either side of the half. I think we'll open the scoring through Guro Wrighton if she's fit. We've not seen Wrighton in a while now, but if she's fit, she'll score. If not, I will say... I was going to say Kirby, but I'm not 100% she'll start. But I'll go Kirby and then a second goal in the second half through Aggie Beaver-Jones. I'm not sure whether Beaver-Jones starts this. Be interested to see whether she does. If everyone's fit, I would assume not so because Fleming could play out wide, Wrighton, Canaride, anyone like that. But she might get the nod. If she does start, I could see her scoring in the first half. If not, I think she'll come off the bench and get that goal. Moving on then, Brighton versus Leicester. 2 sides who are definitely in that relegation fight. They'll both be hoping to score some points here on a relegation rival. How do you see this panning out, Harry?
Yeah, it's a big game for both sides. I mean, Leicester lost to Chelsea last week.
But they weren't too bad in that. They got 2 goals.
They did look all right. I'm going to go in favour of the home side here. I'll go for a slim Brighton 1-0 win. I think they every point matters at this point. We're already into game week 9. And I will go from a goal from... Is it Everard? No, what's her face up front?
Turland,
that's the one. They said Everard, not Everard.
the goalkeeper, Nicky Everard.
Yeah. Wow. Out up front. But yeah, I'll go Turland. She's done all right this season, and I'd expect... Yeah, you feel like this is the kind of game where she's going to score in.
Yeah, I see that, and that's why I'm going to say 3-0 Brighton. I will go for Elizabeth Turland goal. I will say that Katie Robinson will get on the score sheet, and then I will go for Thoris-Dotter as well. Brighton haven't made enough yet of corners. They've got Calabari and they've got Thoris-Dotter. Start looping them in there because they're going to hurt one of them in eventually.
Yeah, if they want them down the 94th minute, they'll have Everard in there. So
maybe she will get that goal you're hoping for. But Leicester, they just don't have a lot of poignancy at the moment. No. They don't offer a lot. They gave Chelsea a good battle, but they're way too aggressive at times. And that does cost them. Chelsea, they got 2 goals, but they also conceded 5. And so that's a bit of a problem. I know most teams conceded 5 against Chelsea anyway, so maybe just going for the game is what you need to do. But yeah, I think Brighton will win here. Up next, it's Liverpool versus Bristol City. Now, most people will be expecting a landslide victory, but you never know in the WSL. Anything could happen. Liverpool, they've had a good start to the season. Other than the Chelsea game, they've not really been torn apart by anyone. And they gave a good fight in that Chelsea game, and they've got a decent side. Players like Sophie Hausch, Ines van der Sanden, Hobing are all having decent... I mean, Hausch a little bit slow, but the other two have had really strong starts to the season. Laws had a really good game in their opener against Arsenal, which they won. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for Liverpool, but they have been quite a decent team. They're against a Bristol City side who really struggled to perform, really struggled for points. This should be a formality for Liverpool. What do you expect, though? Yeah,
Matt Beard's got his side playing some really, really nice stuff. I think they've looked really good at times this year. Bristol City, they're not picking up enough points at the moment. They've done all right here and there to nick a couple, but right now it's not going to be enough. They need to start turning their fortunes around. I don't think that'll happen here, though. I'll go 2-0 Liverpool. A first half goal from Sophie Haug and a second half goal from Shanice van der Sanden.
I like it a lot. I'm going to go Liverpool 1, Bristol City 1. I think they will pick up a point here away, which is a controversial opinion. I think it'll be an early Bristol City goal through Amelie Thestrup. Then they're going to just put everyone they know behind the ball for 90 minutes, and eventually Liverpool are going to get through, and it'll be Sophie Haug with her first WSL goal from a corner. It's going to bounce around a lot, and eventually she'll be the one just to turn it home, and that'll be the 2-1, the 1-0, the level up, and get a point. But still a good result for Bristol City. They'll be disappointed not to hold on to the 3 there. I think, though, they will get a point. Up next, West Ham versus Everton then. Now, this should be quite the game. Both sides have had very average seasons. It hasn't really... There's nothing noticeable or notable yet about either of them, to be honest. Both have played Chelsea and lost in those games. Both aren't really at risk of relegation because of Bristol City, because of Leicester. So should be fine. I mean, West Ham are a little dubious, but they both should be fine. So they've not really got a lot to play for. But obviously every position makes a difference, and this game will be big to decide who finishes ahead of these two. Who do you think will win?
Yeah, in a WSL game week, there's always a lot of goals, but there has to be one game that doesn't provide many, if any. And I think it's going to be probably the least cared about game, not least cared about, but the least viewed game of the game week. We've got a title clash. Obviously Liverpool's a big support there. Brighton Leicester's big for the drop. Bit of a mid-table clash here. I'm going to go honours even 0-0.
Oh, a very boring game. I do think there'll be a decisive goal. I think it will come for the away side here, and I will go for Galli to score for Everton, the Italian. A very, very good player, and I think she'll get a goal here. Everton, they need points, they need wins, and West Ham is a perfect place to do it. West Ham haven't been great this season. I think I'll make Everton the favourites here. Finally then, the big game. Well, not the biggest game of the weekend, probably the second biggest though, I would say. It's Tottenham versus Manchester United, two sides who are desperately in the conversation for European places but aren't in prime position or pole position at all. A win today for either of them would be really big. So, how do you see it panning out? Will Tottenham beat United? Will United beat Tottenham? What do you think?
Well, I mean, Tottenham were absolutely embarrassed by City last weekend.
That was really poor, yeah.
Terrible performance. United, they were embarrassed by City the week before. So both these sides want to pick up some points. United did get a decent win last week. Bristol City, though, only 2-0. Goals coming late on. Wasn't convincing. I'm going to go for a bit of surprise here. I'll go Tottenham 2, Manchester United 1.
Wow.
I think Tottenham will take the lead through Marta Thomas. United will then level up through Ella Toon, who looked right for England in the national break. Is she coming back to form now?
Maybe.
But I think it'll be a Tottenham winner in the second half through Grace Clinton.
I like it. I just fear at the moment. We saw it in the City game, Tottenham with a lot of injuries. Obviously, Beth England since the start of the campaign's hurt them massively, though Marta Thomas has more than stepped up into that role. They've got no Olga Artinen again here, and I think she really holds that midfield together. She really is the glue in there. It means a load of players get shuffled about. There's no... I can't remember the name of the right back now. I think she has to push in midfield, and they play Aya, or what? Ale.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a mess of a situation. They've got no Olga Artinen. Grace Clinton's been dropped into midfield and stuff. So it's been a weird midfield for them so far. I think, therefore, United should have an easy game of this. And I think this could be the game that United finally start playing some football. They've got the players to do it now. They've got a really strong squad, and I think they will win here. I will say Tottenham 1, Manchester United 5. And I think it'll be a sign of good things to come for United as we head in towards the end of the year. Obviously, only one more game week after this one before the Christmas break. So crucial at this point to get some points on the board before we go into Christmas. I think it'll be goals from... I think Tottenham will take the lead, actually. I'll go Marta Thomas to get the lead. I think a lot of United fans will go, oh, here we go again. Early goals, 6th minute, 7th minute type thing. Then I will say Nikita Paris, Hinata Miyazawa, Riviere, I will say, because she's back now from injury, so that could be good as well for them. I will say Jesse Ferreira, because she really needs to start getting some goals with a bit more consistency. And then I want to go 5 different goal scorers. I don't know why. Katie Zellum from the spot.
Fair enough.
5-0, and a real comprehensive victory, and compounding the misery for Tottenham after a horrible 7-0 defeat before the international break. They'll be hoping to come back from the international break and get, forget about that. I don't think they will. I think they'll be dragged right back down to reality. So that rounds off our predictions for Game Week 9. As I say, we are live on Sunday morning, Arsenal versus Chelsea. I cannot tell you how excited we are for this game. A huge clash at the top of the WSL. Do not miss it. Even if you're not watching with us, just watch it anyway. It's going to be a great game of football. We'll be streaming it, so if you want to join us here, make sure to tune in from 12:15, 12:30 kickoff. I'm very buzzing for it, as you can probably tell from the amount of times I've said I'm excited for it. So, join us there. In the meantime, go and check out Wednesday's video. We spoke about the Europa League, the Women's Europa League potentially coming in 2020. Well, no, officially coming in 2025. A big announcement from UEFA and the expansion for the Women's Champions League. So go check that out. Great video, if I do say so myself. That's everything for this week, though, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See ya.